So I know a lot of people were watching that Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight on Friday night. Well, simultaneously with that going on, De'Aaron Fox dropped 60 points for the Sacramento Kings. And then he followed up with dropping 49 points against the Utah Jazz in their next game. And I just feel like Fox and the whole Sacramento Kings team hasn't been talked about enough this season. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing? I am excited to rebuild the Kings. This is a team that has De'Aaron Fox playing at a great level right now. Domantas Sabonis still putting up what he's been doing since he got traded to the Kings. DeMar DeRozan has looked like a good free agency signing for them in the offseason. And I'm trying out some new settings and sliders for this. This is by the share scenario here on 2K25. JV4 MVP is the gamer tag name. People were suggesting it in my most recent video, so we're going to give this a shot. Hopefully it is as realistic as it could be in real life. Devin Carter is the person that is injured on this team right now. He is going to be out for 2 to 4 months, the rookie that was taken in the lottery out of Providence. And I feel like the Kings do have a potential to make it to the Western Conference Finals. Are they going to be favorites over a OKC or Denver, Dallas? Probably not those teams right now, but I do think if Fox and Sabonis could hit another bubble together, they could be a conference finals team here in 2025. We'll see, because De'Aaron Fox is going to be a free agent at the end of next year's season, and he's turned down an extension in the past, so it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Started the season by beating the Minnesota Timberwolves. They did lose this game in real life. Shout out to 2K, still not having start today fixed. I don't know what they're doing, and we are off to a great start this season. We are currently on a 7-game losing streak, and we are here at the trade deadline a little bit better right now. We are 27-23. We are currently the 19th in the Western Conference. The San Antonio Spurs, shout out to them, are on a 10-game winning streak right now. We do have a 1.6 point differential, and I think we can at least be at the minimum a play-in tournament team, but we will most likely have to give Atlanta our first round pick this year. De'Aaron Fox is playing incredible, same with Sabonis. DeRozan has cooled down a little bit from his hot start, but I still like his caliber of play. Malik Monk, one of the best 6 men in the league. Keegan Murray has been good this year. We're still hoping he can maybe take a next step on this team. Kevin Huerter's still got like a good tradable contract. Keon Ellis is performing a lot better. All right, I like these sliders. Usually I see Keon Ellis be unfortunately terrible in this, but he's playing a little bit better right now, and hopefully, yeah, we're going to get Devin Carter back into this rotation. And I don't really think that we're in a good position right now to make a trade, so I think what we're pretty much going to do is get Devin Carter into the rotation, see what he could do. I think a goal for us in the offseason is going to get like a better backup big man. I like Trey Lyles, but I do think we can get a little bit of an upgrade then. And I'm not really the biggest fan of Alex Len. I want to go 36 minutes to Sabonis and Fox. And we could do, yeah, 30 to Keegan Murray. We got to get him a little bit more playing time. We are 3.5 start balanced under Mike Brown. I'm going to hope that this team does play well throughout the second half. Obviously, I would like to be a top 6 team. De'Aaron Fox, you know, let's just get an extension done. I think $40 million a year starting is a little bit more realistic, so I'm going to give him that. We're going to give him $40 million over 3 years. And I'll have a player option at the last year of that. I think that's more of a realistic extension for Fox and Sacramento. So 5 years, $201 million in total. So Joel Embiid wins MVP this year, 31 points, 12 rebounds, 5.5 assists. I mean, that can happen if he plays, but we'll see how much he's going to play throughout the regular season in real life, because he's already missed a decent amount of time already. Zach Edey's your rookie of the year. TJ McConnell is your 6th man of the year in Indiana. Victor Wembanyama Depoy, okay, puts up 26 and 12 this year. Walker Kessler, most improved, and Luka Doncic is your clutch player of the year. I guess the 76ers did fairly well in this simulation, and you see Wemby and Trae Young on All-NBA first team. All right, that's a little bit different. Shout out to Domas making All-NBA second team. Pretty good season from him, 21, 15, and 9. And there's Jalen Brunson on All-NBA second team as well. Here's All-NBA third team, Bam, Halliburton, LeBron, Kyrie, and Anthony Edwards. Here's all defensive first team, all defensive second team. And did we somehow get Devin Carter on an all-rookie team? We did. All right, I'll take that. So we didn't finish the year as a top 6 seed. We finished as the 8th seed in the Western Conference. Shout out to Golden State. They went 55 and 27. We ended up going 45 and 37. That's a good record, but not good enough to be a top 6 seed in the West, which makes sense. Oh my God, the Cavs 38 and 44. It's funny because they are 15 and 0 to start off real life, and we just need start today fixed, man. It's been a minute. 2K, come on, let's get your stuff together here. And for the playoffs, Trey Lyles has been pretty bad for us, so he is going to be out of the rotation. I think Devin Carter and Kevin Huerter can get similar amount of minutes. I would like to go like 28 to Monk. Probably actually going to go 15 to Carter and Huerter. Sabonis 38. Fox 39 minutes per game. Let's go 36 to DeRozan for the playoffs. And I'm actually going to go 33 to Keegan Murray. And let's see if we're able to beat the Houston Rockets, who are a good team this year. They're a good team on defense. They're a good team on offense. And that's with Jalen Green being somewhat inefficient to start off this season. And same with Jabari Smith Jr. But we're up by 6 here going into the fourth quarter. We are up by 5. Can we close this out? We cannot, as they go on a little bit of a run. They're up by 5. Damn, DeMar DeRozan 6 of 16, Keegan Murray 4 of 12, not where you want to be, and they are going to beat us. So there goes our hopes of being the 7th seed. We ended up losing 119-110. We got outscored 34-19 in that fourth quarter. Now, I accidentally simulated, but thankfully we did beat the Memphis Grizzlies by 1. 31, 12, and 12 for Domantas Sabonis, a 30-point triple-double. Fox was really good as well. So we end the season as the 8th seed. You know what? I don't think it's impossible to beat Golden State. Game number 1 does go to Golden State, though, in a defensive matchup here. Okay, we ended up losing this one 97-92. Both teams were held under 100 points. Game number 2 goes to Sacramento, and we blow them out. So our point differential in this series, off to a solid start. 36-24-9 for Sabonis. 36-12 for De'Aaron Fox, getting it done. Game number 3 goes to Golden State. They win this one by 6. Damn. So game 1, we lose by 5. Game 3, we lose by 6. Here we go. Game number 4, it goes to Golden State. 136-117. 29 for Fox. 19-point triple-double for Sabonis, but not enough. We do stay alive. We beat them by 8 here in Game 5 on the road. DeRozan drops 39. Game 6 at home. Can we force a Game 7? Yes, we can. What a win by 15. That's what I'm talking about. And here we go. Game 7 on the road in Golden State. It's a defensive first quarter right there. Both these teams score a lot more in the second. We're looking really good right now. I think we're going to pull off the 8-1 upset. Oh, did I speak too soon? We're up by 6. We're up by 6. Oh my God, we're up by 8 with 35 seconds left. No way we blow this lead. And we just dethrone the 1-seeded Warriors in round number 1. 29 for Malik Monk, 28 for DeRozan, 27 for Fox, 26, 8, and 12 for Sabonis. And here we are taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves in round number 2. All right, Joyce Randle down to an 80 overall. Interesting. Okay, so let's see who takes game number 1. It's going to be Minnesota. They beat us by 26. Joyce Randle, even though he's an 80 overall, 31 points in this one. I feel like that's a little disrespectful. We do get blown out in game number 2. All right, Randle and ankle off against us. Sabonis at 25. Keegan Murray has not been good in the playoffs. Game number 3 is going to go to the Sacramento Kings, 123-114, 35-21, and 8 for Sabonis. He has an incredible performance there, but they do go up 3-1. That was the one we needed to win. We would have tied it up, but they end up winning 118-117. Fox with 33, DeRozan with 22, Sabonis with a triple-double, but it was not enough. Hey, I mean, we came back down 3-1 against Golden State in round number 1. Could we do the same here against Minnesota? No, we cannot. We ended up losing in 6. We lost by 1 here in game 6. Damn. Multiple 1-point losses. You know what? We were competitive this year. I would have liked to make it to the conference finals, but it is what it is. You have Minnesota and Boston here in the NBA finals. Both these teams were in the conference finals last year, and Boston wins in 7, with Jaylen Brown going back-to-back with finals MVP awards. And there goes LeBron. He ends up retiring. Chris Paul got traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. Kyle Lowry retires. Al Horford. So a couple guys from that draft class with Mike Conley as well. LeBron, CP3, and Russ all head to the Hall of Fame. And here we are at the draft lottery. We are giving our first-round pick to the Atlanta Hawks from the Kevin Huerter trade in 2022. So that pick is going to come in at number 19. The Wizards possibly land the Cooper Flag sweepstakes. Number 2 is Portland, and number 3, the Chicago Bulls. So we did win a playoff series, so I'm not going to fire Mike Brown. I want to keep him around for a little bit, but I do think a window with DeRozan is obviously not as open as you'd like it to be. So I think we could make a big move this offseason. I don't know if that's going to involve Keegan Murray, because he would obviously be the best trade asset that we have, but I'm not really liking any of the trades I got. Now, I want to see if I can move 33 and 49 to get back into the first round, just to get a 4-year contract. So could I move those 2 picks for pick 29 from the Thunder? And they agree to that. So the Wizards actually take VJ Edgecombe out of Baylor. Cooper Flag goes number 2 to Portland. Number 3 is Ace Bailey. Number 4 is Dylan Harper, so back-to-back Rutgers picks. And number 5, Kaman Amaluach, goes to the Raptors. So we're going to take a higher upside play here. I'm going to get Drake Powell, the freshman from UNC, and we are going to sign him. He is a 73 overall. So we're going to pick up that team option on Keon Ellis. That is a no-brainer. And I'm going to try to sign Drew Eubanks here to basically replace Alex Len and kind of Trey Lyles going forward. So we are going to pick him up. We'll see what free agency looks like with this new settings and saves. I don't know how I feel about this roster so far. 5 for 154 for Miles Turner. I feel like that's probably the ballpark of what he can get. 3 for 89 for Ingram. I feel like he'd get more than that. 4 for 106 for Middleton. I mean, I think he'll take that just because it's like the last max contract, or big, not max, but big contract he'd get in his career. Bobby Portis, 3 for 55 from the Dallas Mavericks. I think these Kuminga Thomas contracts are fairly reasonable. I don't think Bulls fans would want to see this. All right, so De'Aaron Fox is an 86. Sabonis is an 85. I think it lowers some of these overalls a little bit. As you can see, like Brunson's an 88. I feel like Paolo should be higher than an 84 after this season. I don't know. It's still, I guess, a work in progress, trying to find like the right sliders and settings. If you have a really good one, you can let me know in the comments. I don't really know if I agree with the philosophy of running this team back. And Murray doesn't go up when you move him to small forward, which is something to maybe keep an eye on. All right, so trying to figure out what I like about this team, because last year we lost in round number 2. We're basically getting maybe a little bit of progression from Devin Carter, maybe from Keegan Murray, but this team is the same in a way. I'm going to hope that having Drew Eubanks as the backup center can turn this team around a little bit. We're going to give Drake Powell about 7 minutes tonight. We're going to go about 13 minutes to Drew Eubanks, 15 to Kevin Huerter, who's probably still going to be a trade candidate at the deadline, 18 to Devin Carter. We're going to go 28 to Malik Monk, 35 Sabonis, 30 to Murray, 33 to Rosen. Let's go 36 Fox, and then 25 Keon Ellis. I think also figuring out the shooting guard depth here, like Monk, Ellis, Huerter, and Devin Carter, could definitely give us an option to move somebody at the trade deadline if it's not Kevin Huerter. So we started the season on the road against the Charlotte Hornets. We lose by 5. I mean, teams around us could be getting better, and I don't know if we're getting better internally, so we may need to look externally at one point. And yeah, we're kind of seeing us be stagnant here at the trade deadline, where we are 25 and 26 right now. And I think with the Fox extension, that means like we're all the way bought in, but our defense has not been great so far this season. We are the 3rd worst defensive team in the Western Conference. Offensively, we are number 6, but I would like to get better defensively. I don't know where that comes. And also, like, Keegan Murray is going to be due an extension at the end of the year. His three-point shot has not been what it was in his rookie year. It's gone down every single year since. DeRozan has been fine as a player for us. He's 36 years old. Sabonis is averaging a triple-double. A triple-double and 16 rebounds. He's been unreal. Fox has been our leading scorer. He's been efficient from 3. I still really like Malik Monk as a 6th man. Man, Keon Ellis is good as well. He's going to probably make a lot of money. I don't know who's the odd man out on this team. And like, Keon Ellis is arguably our best defender as well, so probably wouldn't be wise to trade him. All right, so the Spurs are looking to surround Wemby with some floor spacing, so I'm going to be sending them Kevin Huerter and Kobe Jones, a former 2nd-round pick. I did like him out of Xavier. We're getting Malachi Branham, who's not even in this rotation anymore. Not a good defender, so he's not helping out our defense. I know that, but I'm also getting Atlanta's 1st-round pick next year in this trade. So former Atlanta Hawk for an Atlanta Hawk 1st-round pick. I'm going to take that value because Kevin Huerter is shooting 40+% from 3, and the Spurs are 31 and 19 and are looking to surround Wemby with elite shooters, and they get that in Huerter. So I think that trade made sense. And honestly, I don't know what to move on this team right now. So we're basically... Oh yeah, so this, okay, so I guess he has pricing and pricing graphs on, which I should probably take a look at. So yeah, we'll see how that's going to look over the course, like going forward. Our ticket sales are down this year. And I mean, Keegan Murray's extension kicks in this offseason. DeRozan, I think, could become some trade candidate because I can move multiple first and DeRozan to match salary for somebody. That's an idea because I don't know. We haven't gotten to the point yet where I want to move Malik Monk. But that could be somebody that could get moved. I want to extend Keon Ellis in the offseason. I still like what I have at Devin Carter, even though he's 23 years old. But I don't know if this team is going to make the playoffs this year, so I don't really want to move any more draft picks. Basically, the only switch is, like, we're going to get Malachi Branham into the rotation. And I know. I said I wanted to add defense at the deadline, and I did the opposite of that. Did not add a good defender, but at least I got value for Kevin Huerter, which I think we needed. And Luka Doncic wins MVP this year. Could have been a Sacramento King. Ace Bailey is your rookie of the year. Day'Ron Sharpe. All right. What? Oh my God, off the bench. Looks really good. He might be better than Nick Claxton. Pods wins most improved. Embiid with an unreal clutch of the year season. And Ime Udoka is your coach of the year. Damn, we had Domas on all NBA first team. I mean, he was incredible. 54% from the field, 31% from 3. I mean, not much of a shooter. So I need like Keegan Murray to really step up there as our front court member. But we'll see what this team is going to look like in the offseason. We are the 10th seed in the West, and at this point, I don't mind getting the better draft pick that we could use in a trade, because I realize our window right now, I mean, if we move on from DeRozan, I think it could extend the window, but I don't really want that to come. I don't know, man. I would like to get DeMar a ring. He didn't get one in Toronto. He didn't get one in San Antonio or Chicago. Do I think he's going to get one here? Not really sure. We'd have to go on in like a miraculous run here to get out of the play-in tournament and then to make the playoffs. Keon Ellis did struggle down the season with his shot, but he's still so good on defense. I just got to keep him in there. And we're taking on Phoenix. I mean, this would be very disappointing if they lose in the first leg of the play-in tournament, way more than us, because Kevin Durant isn't getting any younger. We doubled their score basically in the first quarter, and then we blow it, really? All right. We are going to be fine, though, when we end up winning by 10. 118-108. All right, Murray, if you want to get a nice contract extension, that is the performance I need to see from you night in and night out. We are taking on the Jazz in the second leg of the play-in on the road. Did they add anybody new to this team? Not really. Brook Lopez is on this team now. I mean, why do they need Brook Lopez when they have Walker Kessler, who won most improved last season? We're down by 8 here in the fourth quarter. Can we go on a run? We are down by 3. Come on, can we beat them? And we, oh my God. All right, I don't know if I rather would have had a lottery pick, which could have been like around 10 or 11, but we ended up taking a lead on Keegan Murray free throws. Wow, Keon Ellis made a clutch 3-2 with 40 seconds left. That was a choke job by the Utah Jazz. Monk played great. Sabonis played well. Yeah, I would say Fox played all right. Damn. All right, so we're taking on the Houston Rockets, who beat us in the first leg of the play-in tournament, I remember last year, or I could be wrong with that team. So let's see if we are able to pull off an upset like we did last year. I mean, we won a playoff series last year as the 8 seed. We do lose game number 1, though, by 1 point. That is unfortunate. Game number 2 goes to the Houston Rockets, 117-107, 31-16-7 for Sabonis. Game number 3 goes to the Sacramento Kings, 124-106. DeRozan with 30, Sabonis with 23, 14, and 6. Game number 4 goes to Sacramento, 122-116. Sabonis with 31, 8, and 14. All right, we're tied 2-2 right now. Game 5 does go to Houston. They blow us out. Reed Shepard at 24 points in 19 minutes. Sabonis, man, he has been a top player in the league since this rebuild started. Game 6 does go to Houston, so we were a first-round exit. I think we got to realize where we are with this team right now. Keegan Murray was fine for us in the playoffs, but I think we're going to see some changes in the offseason. I don't know how big, but I can't run this team back once again. Denver and Toronto are in the NBA Finals. You had the 8 seed Raptors beat the 7 seeded Knicks. Okay. I guess it was the RJ Barrett Revenge Series, and Jokic gets his second Finals MVP of his career. Oh my God, I'm pissed. All right, this is making this rebuild more challenging, which I am perfectly fine with. DeMar DeRozan retires, so there goes a $25 million trade piece that I could have moved. Ugh, that is brutal. I'm not going to override it. We're going to make this a challenge. He wants to hang it up. He can hang it up. That is crazy, though. All right, so we are here at the draft lottery. We are going to be picking right outside the lottery with our pick, which is going to come at pick 17. We do own Atlanta's first rounder next year. I'm just seeing where Atlanta finished. They finished 12th. So now if I want to have a big trade piece, it's not going to be Keegan Murray because there's the trade signing restrictions that I'm going to have, or recently signed restrictions, because I want to make these a little bit more challenging. So I'm operating with stepping rule on and these trade restrictions on. Do I fire Mike Brown is a question, though. That could be a big answer. There's Steve Kerr, Joe Maz. He's got 1 year left on his deal. Do we bring in Mike D'Antoni out of retirement? 7 seconds or less with this team would be kind of fun. You know what? Let's do it. I'm going to fire Mike Brown. We're going to bring in legend Mike D'Antoni, or I could offer JJ Redick, but I think I'd rather go with D'Antoni. Welcome to Sacramento, Mike D'Antoni. All right, so I can't find a trade that I like right now. So AJ DeBanza goes number 1 to the Houston Rockets. The West is just getting, oh my God, so much better. They just ended up with Cameron Boozer and AJ DeBanza in Houston. Come on. So I'm going to take power forward Darion Reed, who could kind of be what Trey Lyles was for us in year number 1, but I can't get over them getting Cameron Boozer and AJ DeBanza. That is insane. So we're going to sign Reed here, and we got Keith King in the second round. Devin Carter, we are picking up that team option. So here at the qualifying offers, Branham and Keegan Murray are going to get the qualifying offers. I mean, Branham, it could be just a $4 million trade piece, so we'll see about that. Now, I wonder if like Jabari Smith Jr. would be available for trade. I doubt they're giving him $28 million just because they drafted all those guys. And yeah, Keegan Murray's going to want a lot of money. I think I would like to re-up Keon Ellis. I'm going to give him about $13 million. So it'll be $26, $39 million over 3 years. I think that's a fair market rate for Keon Ellis, and we're going to sign him to that. And we are going to sign Keegan Murray to 5 years, $150 million to come back. And I don't know if he's going to be the 4 or the 3. But now that DeRozan retired, man, it really messed with us a little bit. So we do actually have somewhat of a mid-level exception. And I think I'm going to use it on Kelly Oubre. I don't really love the addition of Kelly Oubre, but it's the best guy, I think, there. So it's something we can get for him. I'm not giving Malachi Branham that. So either way, he's coming back on the qualifying offer. We're going to sign Jay Huff to be the backup center. And then I'm going to see if I could work out a trade here with the Orlando Magic. Malik Monk could be a free agent. Next year, he does have a player option, but I feel like Malik Monk has been rumored to Orlando in the past or linked to them. We're going to get Wendell Carter Jr. And what I might do is make Wendell Carter Jr. a power forward on this team. They say no. I would like to not have to include any first round picks. So I'll do multiple seconds. They still say no to that. What about 3 second rounders? Okay, you're being kind of annoying here. I will give you, I don't think I can move Keith King or Jay Huff because I just signed these guys. I mean, giving up a 20-30 first round pick, I don't even think they're going to value that. So we're actually going to do this trade. It's going to just turn into a swap, basically. So we're going to swap Atlanta's pick with Orlando's pick next year. And I'm actually going to give Malachi Branham 2 years, $23 million. It's an overpay, but it turns into $11 million I can use in a trade. So yeah, it hurts trading away Wendell Carter Jr. I'm going to make Keegan Murray the starting 3. And yeah, we're going to move Wendell Carter Jr. to the power forward spot. Devin Carter, glad to see him progressing. Also just kind of showing you guys these sliders as well. So yeah, the progression rate's on 15, the progression rate's on 55. And then I believe the simulated difficulty is on 51. 75 trade negotiation difficulty, and this is what it is right now. All right, so this is what the 10-man rotation is going to be. Fox, Ellis, Murray, Carter Jr., and Sabonis in the starting 5, with Devin Carter, Drake Powell, Kelly Oubre Jr., Darion Reed, and Keith King instead of Jay Huff off the bench. I am going to make Wendell Carter Jr. a power forward. His overall does not change. I think because of the morale sliders that are on, he is going to be the backup, obviously center at times as well, if they stagger the minutes instead of Keith King. We start off the season against the Phoenix Suns, and hey, we ended up blowing them out. I don't think the Suns are very good right now because KD retired. Bradley Beal is a lot older, but I like that start to the season. All right, so I actually just got offered this trade from the Miami Heat, and I think I'm going to accept it. We're going to move Darion Reed already as a rookie, but I really like this deal because I get a good backup center in Kel'el Ware, and I'm getting Miami's 2030 first round pick. I don't think I could have said no to that. And I hope that doesn't mess up the vibes too, because we are off to a good start this season. I think that means Keith King probably isn't going to play as much. I know Kel'el Ware isn't going to get that many minutes either, since we do have Domantas Sabonis playing a ton, but we are 27-13 under Mike D'Antoni. Maybe it's the new coach effect, but we are currently the 2 seed in the Western Conference. I don't think it was because of Darion Reed, but we have the 3rd best point differential. I like where we're at. Our offense isn't where it used to be. We're actually like a bottom 6 offense, but the defense looks like it's better. Wow. Tied for the best defense in the Western Conference, which wasn't really Mike D'Antoni's forte, but I'll take that right now as Keegan Murray is breaking out. Maybe DeMar DeRozan was holding him back in this offense. Wendell Carter Jr., 39% from 3 as our stretch 4. I love that. And we are 31-18 here at the trade deadline. We are the 4th seed in the Western Conference, but I do like where we're at right now. And I'm debating if I'm going to make any trades, but I like where we're at right now. Unless I think about moving like Malachi Branham or Kelly Oubre, like I may test that market just to see if we can get something in return. Branham, since he's been playing after that Darion Reed trade, he's been pretty good. I mean, Keon Ellis is such a good 3-and-D piece. Like, I feel like this team should be working out on both ends of the floor. And I'm going to make this big trade with the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm giving them Kelly Oubre, Malachi Branham, our lottery protected first this year, so it's probably going to go to the Pelicans. Julian Thomas is a throw-in, former, like, undrafted player that we had to sign. We're getting Antonio Reeves, former second-round pick in this most recent draft in real life in 2024, but I'm getting Trey Murphy, who is going to basically be in that Malik Monk role from last year, and is going to be our 6th man because I don't really want to start him. I like what we have right now with Keegan Murray and Wendell Carter Jr. So basically the 23 minutes that we freed up, and then he may get probably a little bit more than that. He is going to be in that 6th man role. Yeah, like how's Drake Powell been this year? He's been fine. I'm going to lower his minutes tonight to like pretty much 14. I think Devin Carter can get about 20. I'd like to go 26 to Murphy. And actually, we'll do 23 to Carter. And I think that's going to be the big move that I make at this year's trade deadline. We did lose right out of the trade deadline to the Wizards, but then we beat the Pistons. And Wemby wins MVP this year, 31-15. Well, I would like to use these settings and these sliders and tendencies when I do a Spurs rebuild. Jeez, man. Tayron Sharp is also a beast in this. Wemby wins Depoy. Okay. Ryan Dunn. I guess he doubled a lot of his numbers, but no, he should not have been most improved. So Paolo Banchero is on All-NBA first team. Domantas Sabonis is on All-NBA second team. He was still unreal this season. And Darion Reed did not make an all-rookie team. Okay, something to keep an eye on. We finished the year as a 3 seed. We're going up against Minnesota here in the playoffs, a team that has beaten us in the past, I believe. Yeah. And taking a look here at the stats from this season, where our leading scorer was De'Aaron Fox, followed by Keegan Murray. Great season from him. Sabonis, same thing. I like Trey Murphy as the 6th man. He shot 40% from 3. Wendell Carter Jr., I'll take 36% from 3 from him. Devin Carter, shot kind of cratered a little bit towards the end of the year, but he's not going to be playing too much in the playoffs. Same with Kel'el Ware and Drake Powell, who both those guys weren't great either. So I think for the playoffs, we're going to go about 18 to Devin Carter. I think I'm going to go about 10 to Powell, 10 to Kel'el Ware. We're going to go with 38 minutes to Sabonis. I'm going to play Fox 40 minutes tonight. I want to play Keegan Murray 38 minutes tonight and 32 to Wendell Carter Jr. Also seeing that the Orlando Magic made the playoffs. Oh God, how good of a pick did I give them in that Wendell Carter Jr. trade? How bad was Atlanta? Okay, they were 34-48. Just hopefully they don't win the lottery. And let's see if we're able to beat Minnesota in round number 1. We do take a game 1 victory by 18. 46 for Fox, 32 for Murray, a triple-double for Sabonis. Good start. Game number 2 goes to Sacramento, 129-95, 35 for Fox, a 15-point triple-double for Sabonis. So he hasn't been scoring the ball well, but he's getting it done in other ways, and we take a 3-0 lead. We blow them out by 40 here. Yeah, Keegan Murray breakout, man. I'm glad I didn't trade him because he has been unreal since DeMar DeRozan retired, and we sweep Minnesota. All right, what a start to the playoffs. 35, 13, and 16 for Sabonis in game 4. But we're taking on Houston in round 2, who have Dylan Harper and Jalen Green in the backcourt, AJ DeBanta. So did they pay Jabari Smith, or is he playing on the qualifying offer? No, they paid Jabari Smith. Okay, I did not expect that just with the guys they drafted. There's Şengün, obviously a very good bench with some of the young guys. And we're going to see how we match up against them in round 1. Wow, Fox averaged 37 points in round number 1. That is kind of insane. I want to see who kind of emerged as the number 1 there. So it's been still Jalen Green over there. So hopefully Keon Ellis can put him in a blender, They do win game number 1, though. We outscored them by 13 in the 4th, so a little bit embarrassing throughout those first 3 quarters. I just wanted to steal one in Houston. Damn, we couldn't even split there. We ended up getting blown out by 30. Keegan Murray, hopefully his insanity run is not over. Game 3 goes to Sacramento, so we do win this one at home. Good game from Trey. Good game from Sabonis. Game 4 goes to Sacramento. Boom. We end up winning 106-88. Murray with 29 and 11. 14, 19, and 8 for Sabonis. Game 5 goes to Houston. Ugh, they blow us out. All right, every home team has won so far. Can we make a Game 7? Yes, we do. We win 121-111. All right, Game 7. I know every home team has won so far, but anything can happen. Game 7 on the road. Please don't go down without a fight, and you guys are getting blown out by 18 here in the first half. Can we have a really strong third quarter? All right, we do. We're only down by 6. This is definitely a possible comeback here as we are down by 8. Come on, make a run, please. Down by 8. Down by 6. I think it's too little too late as we ended up losing 107-102. Sabonis had 20, Fox with 26. So in year 1, we did lose in round number 2. And same thing in year number 3. It's just OKC and Houston feel like they're in a different tier than us. But I feel like playing Houston, like we could have won that series for sure. Cavs and Rockets in the finals. And wow, Houston ended up winning in 7 games in round 2, 3, and 4. Great resiliency from them. And yeah, they win it all. There goes Harden, Rockets legend, Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, Harrison Barnes, Kings legend. Oh my God, the Bulls, we watched them pay Giddey $100 million and sign Doc Rivers as their head coach, but he just retired. All right, so the Bulls do win the number 1 pick here as the Rockets get number 2. It's kind of insane. Clippers 3, Nets 4, Hawks 5. Oh, you know what? I think we hit the better of the swap. Oh, let's go. I thought it was reversed, but it wasn't. Thank you very much, Orlando. So we are going to get Atlanta's pick at number 9, and that means Orlando gets just their pick at 26. Okay, I completely misread that. I'll take that for sure. So that gives us another asset if we wanted to make a trade, or we could draft somebody at number 9. But honestly, I didn't really like anything on the board right there. So Carlton Keefe goes number 1 to the Chicago Bulls. Looks pretty good. And I'm going to take Conrad Hayward here out of Xavier. You know, we've had a ties to Xavier recently with the Kobe Jones pick a couple years ago. But if I get priced out on Kel'el Ware, if I eventually trade Kel'el Ware, Conrad Hayward can replace him. So we also drafted Larry Hunt at number 57. Funny enough, same overall as the 9th overall pick. We're going to pick up the team options on everybody here. Like I said, though, I could look to move somebody, aka that being Kel'el Ware. I'm actually going to sign Aaron Bradshaw here, who hit free agency. He got non-tenured by the Orlando Magic, and I think that could be a very good backup 5 for us. And we're going to make this trade with the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm giving them Kel'el Ware, Keith King, former 2nd round pick, and I don't want to give up Miami's first down the line. Could I just do Kel'el Ware for... I wanted Terrence Shannon Jr. And I'm also going to be giving Antonio Reeves like $12 million. I'm surprised he hasn't accepted it yet. But we're bringing back Jay Huff. We're bringing in Kenrich Williams, who's a good system fit. Antonio Reeves, that could just turn into tradable salary that we're going to need down the line. Kind of like what I did with Malachi Branham's extension. And here at Play Progression, Keegan Murray is now the highest overall on this team. Unfortunately, though, I have to release somebody, so it is going to be Kenrich Williams. And this is what the team is going to look like. Same starting 5 as last year. Trey Murphy coming off the bench as the 6th man. Then we have Devin Carter, Drake Powell, Aaron Bradshaw, Kel'el Ware, and Keith King. Honestly, all 5 of these guys, no, I would say all 4. So Powell, Bradshaw, Ware, and King could all be on the move. Same with like Antonio Reeves. We're eventually want to get Conrad Hayward in there. So I just don't need all these centers on this team, especially when our best player is a center. All right, so we're here at the trade deadline. We're really good. We are 45-7 with this team. Keegan Murray is turning into a superstar in this league. I did not expect this, which I kind of like to see. And we are at the top of the Western Conference. Fox has been really good once again in his age 30 season. Domantas Sabonis' scoring has gone down a little bit. Not much of a shooter, but he's still giving me 10 plus rebounds and almost 10 plus assists every single night. Wendell Carter Jr., I still think is a really good 3D option for us. Trey Murphy coming off the bench. The guy can't miss a shot. He's got a 73% true shooting percentage this year, which is insane. Devin Carter, his 3-point shot hasn't really come around. It's actually regressed since his sophomore year. Drake Powell is obviously not like scoring too much. I think Aaron Bradshaw is a good enough backup 5 where we can probably get something for some of these guys here at the deadline. 45-7. Now, Sabonis and Fox are free agents at the end of the year, potentially. I'm going to re-up Sabonis. I feel like he'd probably go for 35 mil plus. I'm going to do a 3-year deal on that. And I think since Fox is a year younger, he's been here a little bit longer, I'd probably have to give him another $40 million over 3 years. So I do feel like that's been lowered a little bit in these sliders. Wendell Carter Jr. is a team option at the end of the year, so I don't really need to re-sign him right now. But now I do think we can make some type of move here in the Western Conference. So let's just see where the offense is at. The offense could be better. We're 4th in offense. Our defense is number 1. I did not think Keegan Murray was going to turn into a superstar, but I am enjoying it. And remember how I wanted Terrence Shannon Jr. in the offseason? We're going to get him here. I don't even know if he's going to crack the rotation, but I'm going to move Antonio Reeves, not even even playing for us. Drake Powell, who was the 29th overall pick in 2025, and Khalil Ware to Minnesota for Naz Reid and Terrence Shannon Jr. Now, I'm going to make Naz Reid a power forward because I do want him probably eating into more of Wendell Carter Jr.'s minutes rather than Domantas Sabonis. And we're going to have Aaron Bradshaw still be the backup 5, who's probably going to play like 14 minutes a night to Sabonis' 34. And then I would like Naz Reid to play a bunch. I don't know if I want him to play like more than Wendell Carter Jr. You know, probably not. I think Devin Carter could get like 16 minutes a night. And I think that's going to be it for me this year. And let's hope that this team can win a title. Paolo Banchero is winning MVPs now, which is pretty cool. He's up to an 89 overall, which I guess is really good. And it doesn't really, I think, showcase what his skills are, because what he's putting up stats-wise, probably more of like a 93, 94 overall. Carlton Keefe is your rookie of the year, the number 1 overall pick. Matas Buzella, 6th man of the year. Wow, he's developed into a good player over in Chicago. Wemby Depoy, Kai Boswell, most improved. Shout out to the Arizona Wildcats. Brunson, clutch player of the year. And Mike D'Antoni, coach of the year. What year is it, right? Is it 2012? Is it 2008? No, this is modern day. Well, I guess like 2028 Sacramento Kings basketball. We didn't get anybody on the first 2 teams. We didn't get anybody on it. Wait, really? No Keegan Murray on an All-NBA team? That's kind of whack. We won 66 games. And we were the 1 seed in the Western Conference. Our best player should have gotten an All-NBA honors. And even though I guess he was worse in the second half, look at that efficiency for Keegan Murray. 67% true shooting percentage. He was unreal this year. There's De'Aaron Fox, 22 points, 7.7 assists. There's Naz Reid. I like our bench. I like our starting 5. I think we have a really good chance of going all the way this year. I mean, we are the 1 seed. So I think for the playoffs, I'm debating, you know what, I think Bradshaw 14 minutes is fine. I don't think I need to increase Sabonis' minutes. I'm a little bit worried about Keon Ellis' shot in the playoffs, and I wonder if there's some big man lineups we can run into, like if I made Trey Murphy more of a shooting guard. So I think instead of Trey Murphy's secondary position being power forward, I think I'm going to make it a shooting guard because I want him to eat into Keon Ellis' minutes more than like a Wendell Carter Jr. because that's what Naz Reid is going to do, or Keegan Murray. So game number 1 against the Lakers. I should have probably showed you their team. I apologize. They have Kasperi Shakushanis as the 1. I like that. He averaged 9 assists this past season. That's cool. Connect Caleb. Yeah, this is like the post-LeBron era. And they have Amen Thompson. I think I want to do like a 20-year Lakers rebuild soon. Fox at 32. Keegan Murray had 22. Game number 2 goes to the Lakers by 1. Okay. All right, got to keep an eye on this team now. I'm a little nervous. Game 3 goes to the Kings. We take a 2-1 lead. Game number 4 goes to the Kings. We take a 3-1 lead, 124-115. I'll take that. And here we are. Game 5 goes to Sacramento. Boom. We blow them out 132-96. Keegan Murray drops 43. He's really becoming like a superstar. And here we are taking on the Memphis Grizzlies in round number 2. They have John Moran, Carter Knox from Arkansas, Desmond Bane, Herb Jones going up against his former teammate, Trey Murphy. They still have Zach Edey there. Game 1 goes to Sacramento. We end up winning 133-122. Game number 2 is going to go to Sacramento. We win 123-102. 31 points for Trey Murphy off the bench. Game number 3 goes to Sacramento. 141-114. Fox with 33. Wendell Carter Jr., 24 points. That has been such a good trade for us, and we swept them. And we're here in the conference finals. We are 8-1 through the first 2 rounds. Fox and Murray as a 1-2 punch have been unreal. And here we are taking on the Rockets in the conference finals. They beat us in the playoffs before. They have an unreal young squad, but we have been dominating teams, but we lose game 1 by 19 points. That's a little alarming. Game 2 goes to Sacramento. We end up winning by 9. All right, we split the games in Sacktown. Game 3 in Houston goes to the Rockets. If they go up 3-1, I feel like we're cooked. Game 4 goes to the Rockets. They're up 3-1. All right, well, I guess we still have to get over the edge of beating Houston, which they just beat us in 5. Cade and Debanza are your conference finals MVPs. The Rockets are just getting top picks year in and year out. They are so good. There goes Steph, Draymond, Drummond, Leonard, Beal, Vucevic, Greg Popovich, Eric Spoelstra, Tom Thibodeau. Wow, that is an insane retirement class, both players and coaches. But losing in the conference finals really does stink. It does. Hoping I'm able to bring back Naz Reid. I hope that's not an issue. The Spurs get the number 1 overall pick. We do own our first rounder at 29 in this year's draft. So the number 1 overall pick, Edwin Macy, looks like a pretty good shooting guard going to the San Antonio Spurs. We took Jake Wembanyama, just because of the name, pretty much. He's from Delaware. Shout out to the Michael Jordan of Delaware and Dante DiVincenzo. Obviously, he didn't go to UD, though. He went to Villanova. We're going to pick up the $21 million team option on Wendell Carter Jr. Aaron Bradshaw going to pick that up. Larry Hunt going to pick that up as well. And we're going to offer Devin Carter and Terrence Shannon Jr. the qualifying offers. Terrence Shannon Jr. could kind of be on that Malachi Branham, Antonio Reeves pipeline where we just, you know, we pay you, we're nice to you, but we're really going to eventually trade you. So the Pelicans have given Naz Reid 3 years, $61 million. I'm going to try to match that. Hopefully we don't have an issue with that. Good. We should be able to bring him back, and we do. And we are going to sign Devin Carter to a 3-year, $37 million extension, and Terrence Shannon Jr. 2 years, $17 million. And we are going to make this trade with the Golden State Warriors. Moses Moody has been really good. He's been an elite three-point shooter, and I'm going to send Keon Ellis and Aaron Bradshaw, who I'm probably not going to pay because we want to play the former top 10 pick Conrad Hayward, the center. So we're going to be getting Sheldon Irving in this trade, but we're going to do this trade, and we're going to get Moses Moody, who's under contract for the next 3 years. So Keon Ellis, he was an OG, which I'm upset about trading him, but I think Moses Moody can make this team a little bit better because he's a good defender, but he's much better offensively than Keon Ellis. I'm also going to be signing Andrew Wiggins to a 1-year deal as well. So we see Fox regress a little bit. Same with Domantas Sabonis. Hopefully Keegan Murray can carry this team, but I think we are very deep top to bottom. All right, so this is going to be the rotation. It's going to be Fox, Moody, Murray, Wendell Carter Jr., and Domantas Sabonis with a bench of Trey Murphy, Naz Reid, Devin Carter, and Conrad Hayward. I feel like this is a good team. I hope we don't see notable Domantas Sabonis regression, but I hope we can also get over the hump and win a title this year and not lose in the conference finals again. We start the season with a nice win against the LA Lakers. Keegan Murray, all-NBA season has to be here. And once again, we're playing really well here at the deadline. We are 40-9, but we are, oh my God, the Rockets have a 20.2 point differential. That is insane. Oh my God, they're so good. Hopefully we're just on the other side of the bracket than them. But either way, we're going to get like a good OKC team in round number 2. Which is kind of scary. Moses Moody, I think, has been a good pickup for us as we have a deep team, but we are going to make a trade. For some reason, Connor Hayward has a lot of trade value, and I think he's still going to be really good, former 9th overall pick. Wendell Carter Jr., somewhat of a down 3-point shooting season. Terrence Shannon Jr., the reason I signed him is to make a trade, and a 2032 second for Zion Williamson. We're going to pair him and Trey Murphy up again. Yeah, they're willing to do this trade. We're getting Elliot Cadeau in this trade as well. He's currently a UNC Tar Heel. I don't know if he's going to crack the rotation. We will see, though. Zion Williamson, welcome to the Sacramento Kings. Now, our front court spacing-wise isn't great. Now, I don't think that's like the biggest thing in 2K with having 2 big men that could shoot or just one. We're going to see how it pans out in the playoffs, but we just got a very big name in Zion. So Zion's probably going to get about like 34 minutes a night. Naz Reid, I think, is going to go down to like 21, who's probably been better. Yeah, like was better than Wendell Carter Jr. I just saw his shot shaking a little bit. Devin Carter could get, I think, still 16 minutes a night. So the last 10 minutes. So I want to get it to Cadeau. I'll probably give it to Sheldon Irving because I think we need another backup big, even though Naz Reid can also play the backup 5 as well. And oh my God, Zion won MVP. What? Zion Williamson is your 2029 MVP winner. This has to be the team. Like, I had to go out and get a big name to go up against Houston. Oh my God, they have JJ Redick. Why did they get rid of Ime? I don't know. And he goes 72-10 with them. But Zion is on all NBA first team. Look at that. Did we get anybody on second or third? We did not. We finished as the 2 seed this year. OKC is going to be a nasty 3 seed to go up against if we are able to beat Portland in round number 1. And the Pelicans are there as an 8 seed. I mean, I'd love to go up against them in the conference finals. How did Conrad Hayward do? All right. Maybe he's got to get his shot tendencies up. I don't know. But here as the stats from this season, Zion was the leading scorer, followed by Keegan Murray, De'Aaron Fox, Moody, Naz Reid. Yes, Sabonis' scoring has regressed a little bit, it seems like. I think for the playoffs, I'm trying to see if I want to make any adjustments, but I'm fine with like Sheldon Irving getting 10 minutes. I'm fine with Devin Carter getting 14 minutes a night. Naz Reid at 22, 26 to Murphy. I think I'm going to go like 33 to Sabonis. And I would like to go 36 to Zion and 36 to De'Aaron Fox. So round number 1 against Portland. I would be shocked if we lose to this team and we sweep them. All right, so we're going to have to go on a very tough path here to win it all. We would have to beat OKC in round number 2. We'd have to beat Houston most likely in round number 3. And then whoever makes it out of the Eastern Conference. Now, is this going Carr? Okay, yeah. So this is possible. I think we're better than this OKC team. We take a 2-0 lead. Take a 3-0 lead. Do not blow a 3-0 lead and we sweep them. All right, so we are 8-0 in the playoffs. So is Houston. We are on a collision course with the Houston Rockets right now. I'm nervous. All right, so Houston, we know how good they are. They're unreal. Game 1 goes to Sacramento. Boom. We get the first blood. We end up beating them in game 1 and game 2. Look at that. 40-10 for Zion. Come on, give me game 3. Okay. We weren't going to win them all. We weren't going to go 16-0. I'm fine with this. Just win game 4, please. Yes. Let's go, Zion. I don't trade for Zion. I don't think we're in this position right now. All right, 3-2. Do not blow this, please. Do not blow this. Yes, we're in the NBA Finals. We're in the NBA Finals, and we're going to probably be taking on, let's see if it's the Magic or the Bulls. It's going to be the Bulls. So, Josh Giddey, Conference Finals MVP. They got Ace Bailey. They got JQ, Carlton Keefe. It's a good team. We just beat, though, the Thunder, the Rockets, and now we got to beat the best team in the East. We take game 1. We take game 2. We take game 3, do not blow a 3-0 lead, and we sweep them. So, toughest series was the Western Conference Finals against the Rockets, and Sabonis, who I thought was being down offensively, ends up getting Finals MVP. Why do I feel like he probably didn't deserve it? Yeah, I think it should have went to Keegan Murray, but we ended up getting a ring this year with this team, which I'm very happy with. Now, let me know in the comments what you guys think of these sliders, the tendencies. Did it feel off? Did you like it a little bit more? Please let me know down below. Or if you have very good sliders or tendencies that you think I could download, a share scenario, anything, please let me know that in the comments as well, or let me know on Twitter. Thank you all for watching. Drop a thumbs up if you guys did enjoy. Let me know in the comments which team we should rebuild next, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.